getting the important things done. So, if you've read The Seven Habits of Highly Effective Leaders, he has that, kind of famous quadrant of things that are urgent versus things that are important, and things that are, both urgent and important, things that are important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not urgent and not important. So, it is, I think it's good to be really strategic about, well, time is one of those kind of slippery things, right? And that it can slip away from you pretty quick. And it's kind of what I've been feeling today. Kind of, actually, it's kind of one of those days where it feels like it can kind of slip away from you pretty quick. So, but Layla Hormozy, I'm on her email list, and one of the things that she shared was how that they're intentional about when they set meetings. And so meetings can definitely be kind of a drain on time in a corporate environment. And even in my case, whereas I don't have a ton of meetings, I do have some meetings. It can just as easily be kind of the informal communication. A client texts in like, "Hey, I had this idea," or "Hey, how's my campaign going?" or "Hey, this or that." And so, I do feel it's important to offer great communication. Like that is one of my value propositions, if you will. Is I can provide that individualized kind of hands-on experience for my customers. So if they need to talk to me, then I generally try to be pretty available for them. But I still probably need to be strategic about even that. But one of the things that Layla Hormozy shared was that one of the things they do inside their company is they try not to. So in the morning and the AM is basically off limits for meetings, and in the afternoon they schedule from the bottom up. So in other words, the first meeting that comes on your calendar, you schedule at 4 o'clock if you can, and then you schedule like maybe at 3 after that, then 2. So basically, you keep the longest. You try to give yourself as much opportunity to have a long period of uninterrupted time to work during your workday. And then they also have a day where they focus on getting work done and no meetings are allowed, which is on Wednesday. And then on Monday, they have a managerial day. And on that day, they try to do as many of the meetings as possible. So, it seemed it's sort of like when you think about it, you're like, well, it's sort of so easy and sort of so common sense. You're like, well, duh, why not do it that way? But yet a lot of people don't, right? It's very, so it's one of those kind of just so brilliant and simple way of doing things that it's kind of like, well, yeah, why not? Why would you not do it that way? I thought that was pretty cool.